She'll stay silent down there until she has a good shot at getting back to us.
Sir? Isabel, this is Captain Cutter.
I know who you are. James Cutter. Captain of the Spirit of Fire. You're supposed to be lost with all hands.
Not so lost, it seems. What happened down there? I need to know what we're up against. Isabel? Isabel, report.
Sir. 5 months ago, the portal from the Ark to Earth shut down without warning. A month later, he arrived.
He?
The Brute. Their leader. His name is Atriox. During the war, the Covenant used his clan as expendable muscle. Told them dying in battle would speed their holy journey. 40 at a time, they carelessly sent them in. 40 to break the front lines. 40 to die for beliefs not their own. None ever returned. Until he did. And so battle by battle, war by war, 39 brothers at a time, Atriox was born. With every victory, his legend and his hatred of the Covenant grew. Eventually, both were impossible to conceal. And they tried to banish him. And everything we know about the Covenant's 1,000-year history. Atriox was the first to defy the Covenant and survive.
Not only survive, he thrived.
Defiance inspired others.
Atriox is a badass. You do not fuck with this brute.
Atriox and his banished raided Covenant resources, cutting a swath across the galaxy, growing in strength with each attack, gathering killers and mercenaries to his side. The Covenant had two targets in those years: humanity and Atriox. They almost got us. But Atriox, they never came close. The whole damn Covenant couldn't contain him at the height of their power. That's what you're up against. And all you've got is one old ship and half a crew to staff her? We need to run as far and as fast as we can.
We are just one ship. And an old one at that. But here we are. 30 years past what anyone could ask of us. Our war is gone. The lives we had are gone. The worlds we knew have moved on. And now, all that we may have left are those standing beside us. And the duty that defines us. Battle after battle, fighting side by side. Together. Where you see half a crew, Isabel, I see family. courage. And 1,000 heroes who swore to fight their way through hell before they'd ever turn their backs and run. And where you see one old ship, I see home. And that is always worth fighting for. If we don't stop Atriox now, we leave the galaxy at the mercy of a monster. So no, Isabel. We won't be running anywhere today.
Sir, yes, sir.
Captain, I appreciate a good rousing speech as much as the next AI, but Atriox has had months to set up his forces on the Ark. Even if we could find him, attacking him head-on would be suicide.
That's why we have to fight smart by hitting Atriox's chain of command first. Isabel, you know the Banished and their operations here. Where do we start?
Decimus. He's one of Atriox's chief lieutenants and the one who led the attack on my outpost. He oversees a Banished salvage operation near the outpost.
We need to hit the Banished with a surprise attack to put them on their back foot. Then move south and establish an HQ. Once we have a base, we can begin our attack on Decimus.
Captain, Isabel said the portal her outpost was using to contact Earth closed without warning. Once we start this fight, we have no way of calling for help if we need it.
That's what you'll be working on, Professor. I need you to find us a way to get word back home. In the meantime, it's up to us to hold the line here. Let's show them what the Spirit of Fire can do. Listen up, team. The Banished are dug in deep and dead set on controlling this installation, and we cannot allow that to happen. Strike one. Your job is to establish a forward base. Expect resistance.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Halo Wars 2. I am AutomaTitan, and from that cutscene we learned that the new big bad, Atriox, is, well, a badass. He full-on wrecked a couple of elites who wanted to execute him, and because of that, a couple of other brutes who were stood beside him thought, you know what, we can take these elites, let's smash the fucking heads in, and so they did. And then Atriox just basically went all in on the Covenant and split their forces, and if it weren't for Atriox, the Covenant could well have defeated mankind. Along with that though, the cutscene seemed to imply something that I'm interested in quite a lot, because I really like the Halo universe. And it basically implies that this is set 5 months after Halo 3, because we effectively destroyed the Ark in Halo 3, and we unfortunately would have stranded Isabel and her squad here. Well, Decimus is going to have your heads, or at least what's left of it, because my Hellbringers are going to fucking torch you!
Jerome, it looks like some of your troops have taken damage. I've made the Spirit of Fire's restoration drones available, so you can call them in to help.
Cheers, Anders. The restoration drones are a fantastic thing in this game. I tend to use them a bit too much. I mean, I tend to have, like, my entire army in one section, and then as they're fighting, just drop the restoration drones. They can then heal tank quite a lot of damage, and it is objectively a good plan. Okay, Marines, I want my Marines in the garrison, and I want everyone else actually fighting on foot. Put the restoration drones down to get everyone a nice bit of healing while we fight off the brutes. Right, you in the garrison, are you okay? There is a Banished dropship on the go. Raid camp down. but everything appears to be going well. We're taking out a good, sizable chunk of Decimus's forces. It's going good. Slow, but good. And unfortunately, due to the nature of this being a RTS, a strategy game, it is going to be slow, and if only I could control those Hornets. I tend to, when I'm playing the multiplayer of this, I use the Hornets vastly more than any other unit. I tend to go with air combat more so than anything. Okay, the plan for this is we are going to have 2 supply pads, a single generator, and we are going to begin upgrading our units before we actually lay down a siege on the rest of Decimus's forces. So unfortunately I can't do all of the upgrading that I had planned. However, we have got a nice sizable army right now, just building up some more Marines, and we're going to start moving out while the rest of the Marines are being produced. First we're going to grab a little bit of salvage here and there, and then we're going to say hello to Decimus.
I'm there. Isabel, where did all this wreckage come from?
There was a battle here near the end of the war. The Master Chief saved us all.
It's good to know John's still out there.
He's still kicking, Jerome. The Chief is still kicking.
Do not let the humans interfere with our power supply.
You don't have a say in the matter, Decimus. I'm taking all of this, whether you like it or not, and then I'm going to climb to the top of this mountain or hill or whatever it is, and my Helldivers are going to incinerate you, my Marines are going to shoot at you, and my Hogs are going to ram you. Decimus, if you want to destroy my little army here, you're going to have to send in a couple of hunters, but if memory serves, this, well, at this point in the game, you don't have access to hunters, so I kind of have the advantage here. I was wrong, they do have access to hunters at this point in the game, but they are still infantry units, and our Helldivers are anti-infantry, so everything should be good there. Just get rid of those, drop a restoration field down to make sure that we can heal tank. Unfortunately we lost a Warthog there, this is not good. Right, everyone, get rid of the hunters. Get rid of the hunters. Why are you in the garrison? Helldivers, you are incredibly close range, you inept bastards. Get out of the garrison and burn the hunters.
Rally point set.
I'm guessing that's Decimus.
Looks like it.
It's bigger than the last time.
I will hollow out your skulls and let the short ones use them as toys.
That's an intriguing mental image there, Decimus. Thank you for that. Right, everyone, get burning Decimus, and when he... Wait, what? What is it? No, I do not want this. I don't know what it is, but I don't want it, and... You just had the shipmaster shoot you from orbit. Yeah, you want me dead. I'd prefer it if you didn't do that, Shipmaster, but you're just following orders, and those Marines are okay because they didn't get hit by the bulk of the lasers, but they did get hit by the AoE. Right, everyone, ignore his little infantry and focus on him.
Watch out, you've got incoming.
I'm impressed, humans. We'll meet again.
Now he's bombing his own base?
Monster. Killing his own as casually as he kills us.
Decimus must be trying to hide something. Search what's left.
We found something, Captain. Uploading now. Isabel, can you decrypt this for us?
Oh, this isn't good. I'm only recovering bits and pieces of data, but it all points to a cartographer.
Cartographer? Who's that?
Not who, what. I'll debrief you when you're back on the ship. This is gonna take a lot of explaining.